Welcome to Las Vegas, GG33 headquarters. And with me today, we got Wise Cat. Say hi.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
Cat, what's going on, man?
Nothing, man. Just kicking, chilling, learning new things. Thanks to you. Got the 33 life path, giving your signature monologues that we all enjoy. Too bad we couldn't record most of them, but, it's been a great, interesting time we've had.
I think we've had at least 100 members walk through those giant doors. When you had those double doors, you kind of know you made it in life. Because, I've never seen a shack with double doors. Have you?
No, never.
What about you?
Never.
So, you got the double doors, you kind of made it in life. That's like one of those things. When you have it, you have it. Yeah. What's your favorite place about this penthouse?
The favorite thing, or did you say place? Or
whatever.
I do like that little massage table you got in the back over there. I think it's a massage table.
Did you happen to use it?
No, I would have loved to, but I don't think there was a masseuse around, if I'm not mistaken. Or
maybe
there was.
Maybe there was.
Our miss, but I didn't get a chance to use it.
I got you. Well, you can send a picture to her wifey, and then or soon to be wifey.
Yeah.
And maybe you can make the magic happen with the massage table at the house.
That's a good idea. I'll keep that in mind.
One of my favorite things about this penthouse is just the amount of space that's in it. I can literally leave about 30, 40 guys in that living room, go all the way to the back. I don't hear anything. I'm sleeping like a baby. There's a party going on here. No alcohol, though. Haram. Anyways, going back to this penthouse. This used to be Britney Spears' penthouse. This used to be J-Lo's penthouse. And there's a reason I'm bringing this up. A lot of people don't know this, but you guys seen that courtyard over there, that private courtyard?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That is the only cat sanctuary in Vegas. So cats, for some reason, found this place, and they have a sanctuary here. The property is not legally allowed to get rid of these cats. It's like some kind of Nevada law. Not Nevada, but Las Vegas law. And I remember when I was staying at the downstairs penthouse last year, I saw this one woman just walking around. She didn't look like she worked at the casino, and she didn't look like she belonged there. And I'm just like following her. I'm like, what the fuck is this bro doing here? And then I see her leaving food. What the hell's going on? And I was just, after 2 days of seeing this, I had to ask her what's going on. And she says she's there to feed the cats. So it's a cat sanctuary, and her job is to feed the cats. I'm like, whoa, really? We got humans on the streets that won't get fed. As a matter of fact, in some states, it's illegal to feed the homeless humans. But here, they got a sanctuary for cats, and someone comes in and feeds them. It's not only, it's completely legal, and they actually think they get paid for doing it. Well, here's the interesting numerology and astrology thing here. When Britney Spears stayed here, and she stayed in this exact place, she kind of went, cuckoo, cuckoo. And Britney's a rooster. You guys see where I'm getting at here?
Yeah.
So in Chinese astrology, rooster and cat are enemy signs. So I personally believe that one of the reasons she had that mental health breakdown wasn't because she was whoring around or anything like that. Even though, that probably could have added something. Just like you put a little salt in the soup, add a little taste.
Yeah.
Taste probably wasn't the right analogy.
Oh, man.
But the reason I think she went kind of cuckoo was because she was in a cat sanctuary, and she's a rooster. Who knows? Maybe she went outside to those courtyards, and those cats went by her. Maybe she adopted one of those cats. Regardless, she was around cats, and it didn't work out well for her. This, when she even said it herself, her Vegas residency was one of the worst she ever had. Then we have J-Lo. Hell, J-Lo was over here having dinner with her people a year or two ago. This was her place. That was GG33. And guess what? I don't think she ever had a podcast here. But I imagine you probably danced on the table a little bit.
Yeah.
Dancing somewhere. You don't get to be like 50 and look like J-Lo without fucking moving a little bit. But she kind of had a bad time here in Vegas too. And in my personal opinion, because of these cats.
And one thing to note, she also was dating, Alex Rodriguez, who's also born Year of the Cat. So
that didn't work out too well.
Not too well at all, We talk about cat and rooster, the most fatally attracted enemy signs. It plays out. The system works. So, go with the energy, never against it.
Completely understand.
Yeah.
When it comes down to the cat rooster dynamic, roosters so damn aggressive. They just so damn aggressive, man. Do they even know how to play defense?
Always fighting.
Do they even know how to play? I'm curious. Are there that many defensive players in the NFL? Or are they all offensive? All wide receivers, no cornerbacks?
I think people more so want to see the offensive side of things. That's why you have, less calls. Even the quarterbacks, the Brady rule they made, so the focus is more on offense.
100%. So, and I get it, but in the game of life, you can't be offensive all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to be defensive, and that's the problem with roosters.
Yeah.
They're just so damn aggressive. And, I remember I gave a reading to a guy who was a master swordsman. And, he would tell me he would train the guys on the movie and on the TV series Highlander and all that other stuff. And he basically told me if an opponent gets too aggressive, there's a strategy for that works every single time. You can't be aggressive all the time. Not in life, not in sports, not in relationships. And that's the biggest thing that roosters need to understand this year. I'm not telling you not to be you. I understand who you guys are. I'm basically telling you don't catch an L because you refuse to adapt.
Right.
In the year of the cat, just like in the tiger year, Tate dominated. Just like in the dragon year, Jeremy Lin dominated. I expect a cat to dominate in a cat year. I expect Russell Brand to be, I know he's a star right now. I expect him to be a megastar. But, it's not just who's going to be the next megastar. It's also about people who are born in cat years who are about to step up. And one's right here.
Hey, my name is Wise Cat, and obviously I'm born the Year of the Cat. I have a lot of plans this year. When we talk about friend energies, energy that benefits you, you want to take action in those years. Every 4 years, those are your friend years. I'm born the Year of the Cat. This is a cat year. So things like getting married, getting engaged, starting companies, that's what you want to do when the energy's in your favor. You want to go with the energy and never against it. That's what we believe here in GG33.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Sounds like my own fucking words. Anyways, listen, at the end of the day, people have to understand, if you're born in 1993, 1981, 2005, not the right year to start a family, is it?
No.
Not the right year to get engaged, is it?
No.
Not the best year to have a baby, is it?
No, it isn't.
No, it isn't. And the fact of the matter is, if you want to basically think this is all fun and games, and, this guy's a moron, and this guy, Cat, is an idiot. What's that old saying? Fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what's going to happen is you're going to make the biggest mistake of your life. So I implore you, as someone who actually wants people to do better, unless you're a war room member. But, I generally want people to do better. And I put this information out there so people have the opportunity to do better. If you come across this information and refuse to accept it, you're just digging your own grave. It doesn't matter what you believe. Quite frankly, it doesn't matter what my man here believes. Doesn't matter what I believe. Doesn't matter what Cat believes. It matters what the people at the top of the food chain believe. And they clearly believe numerology, astrology is real. And if that's the case, and people at the very, very top of the food chain believe numerology is real. My question to you is, even if you don't believe it, shouldn't you do some investigating?
I believe so.
Shouldn't you
absolutely
try to see, well, wait a second. If the top of the food chain is using this, forget what I learned in schools, forget what I learned in schools or a madrasa or whatever. I need to start looking at this. Does that make sense to you, Kat?
It makes perfect sense to me.
But for some reason, it doesn't make sense to most people because common sense ain't too freaking common. As a matter of fact, I feel like because I have common sense, I might as well put a fucking cape on my head. I seriously, I feel like freaking Superman out here because common sense is like logic, and no one's logical anymore, guys.
Yeah.
No one's logical anymore.
It's more about how you feel. That's more about how they feel in the moment. It's not about things that actually, not rational thoughts, but hey, this made me feel a certain way. That's how I'm going to go about that. And again, emotions change. You can't live your life just based on emotion. You have to be logical, at least majority of the time. And I think it's very interesting, piggybacking what he's talking about, the animal energy. Tate is born in a 6 universal year. I think it's very interesting that 2022 was also a 6 universal year. He's a tiger. That was a tiger year. 1986, 2022. So just one other connection I wanted to mention. I was talking to Gary about that a couple of days ago. So just one thing I wanted to mention. And this is a 7 year. I happen to be born in a 7 year. I don't know if I'm being cryptic. Maybe I might predict the future, but I like my odds this year.
You basically said you're about to get your bag.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Is that what you heard?
That's what I heard.
I heard that bag's about to be so freaking heavy. You're about to have back problem. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, those are good problems. Everybody's got problems. Like you say, I'm just telling you mine. I remember those old skits that Gary used to put on. Everyone's got problems. I'm just telling you mine.
That was a classic video.
That was a classic one.
That really was a classic video, man. And the best part about it is the haters.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, the haters. That's fake money.
Fake tickets.
That's fake
Fake
tickets.
tickets, yeah.
You printed that shit in your house. Man, that's BS. None of this shit's real. Those are employees. You paid them. Listen. I let me look directly in the camera. I want people to understand something. Just because you're a loser doesn't mean everyone's a loser. Just because you're bad at something doesn't mean everyone's bad at something. And just because you couldn't do it in life, just because your kids look in your eyes with shame, just because your wife looks in your eyes with shame, doesn't mean that happens to other people. As a matter of fact, there's some people out there, their kids look at them as superheroes. Their wife looks at them like, damn, I did well in life. But unfortunately, that's not the case for all of you. And the people who believe stuff like that, the people who get treated like that believe, oh, well, hell, if it happens to me, it happens to everyone. I don't know about you. My woman respects you. What about you, Kat?
She respects me.
She respects you. I mean, I wouldn't even understand what it's like to be cheated on. I'm going to tell you something. All these alpha males out there, if your girl is cheating on you and you don't know about it, then you a dumb motherfucker. If your girlfriend is cheating on you and you know about it and you don't do anything, then you a beta bitch. Regardless, you can't be alpha.
Yeah.
No.
Not possible.
You can't be an alpha male.
Impossible.
If your bitch is cheating on you, you cannot be an alpha male. So I don't care how much money you have, what you look like. You can't be an alpha male. And you know who else can't be an alpha male?
Who's that?
The vaccinated. You listen to the government. You're a fucking sheep. How can a sheep be an alpha?
They can't. They're letting someone else make their decisions for them.
Ah. So being an alpha and a beta isn't just about your body. It's about what's in here. Because betas follow. Do alphas follow?
No.
I see. Maybe an alpha sees someone's position they agree with and they'll support them, but they don't follow. That's what the Democratic Party does. That's what they do. The other side, a little bit more common. And again, with that common sense thing. I mean, shit, dude. I'm about to put a fucking cape on you. You got all this common sense. What about you, my friend?
I think my cape will belong to Superman's at this point.
Oh,
That's common sense I got. Man of Steel.
You know, since you brought up Superman, I want to bring up an example of enemy signs work. Because some people are new to this. Yeah. They don't know who I am. They don't know who Wise Cat is. They don't know who anyone is. They're like, well, what the fuck is this? Why are these people talking? So I'll give you an example. Go back and look at this first ever Superman movie. I know, bad 80s graphics, horrible. Go back and look at it, and then look at the person who played Superman. Why don't you do that right now? Find out who is the guy who played Superman in the first Superman movie.
No, are we talking Christopher Reeves? Or are we talking farther back?
Christopher Reeve. Yeah. Christopher Reeve was born in a rat year. Do you know why that's important? Because Christopher injured himself.
On a horse.
Ah.
Oh. Ooh.
So the original Batman.
Superman.
Batman, see, this is what Marvel does to you, man. They get you all
DC,
Superman,
Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know any shit about that, but the original Superman, the guy who originally played it was a rat. He went horseback riding and he paralyzed himself. No more cape for him. Hell, no more anything for him. He couldn't walk anymore.
Yep.
Horses and rats do not mix. If you are a rat and you want to think, hey, let's try something new. I want to be sophisticated and classy. I want to learn how to ride a horse. Better not. You might end up paralyzed. Now, am I guaranteeing everyone who rides a horse who's a rat's going to get hurt? No. All I'm telling you is if my percentage of a snake getting thrown off a horse and seriously injuring himself is 5%, yours is going to be 15. You want to take those odds? What's that saying again? Fuck around and find out.
I think it's very interesting you mentioned this. A woman I gave a reading for, 2-3 days ago. I said, hey, stay away from horses. Hey, as a kid, I kept getting thrown off of horses. Now it makes perfect sense. I mean, if you're born year of the rat, you should not be riding horses. I would even put it as far as ponies. But again, I'm more OCD when it comes to this. Some people have some things where they let things slide. I'm more OCD with that. But again, I think Eminem said it best. If you want to be make your neck stiffer than Christopher Reeves, don't do the horse then. It's not worth it. But it is what it is.
Do it. Anyways, listen, Wise Cat, you're pretty good behind that mic. You will be invited to my podcast when it's actually
up and running and built. Yeah.
So this is a little stationary thing, but again,
exhibition,
beautiful location. Exhibition doesn't really matter, but still easy on the eyes.
Yeah.
Like for instance, we're not all looking to find a new girl.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? If there's an attractive woman out there, we look. That's what guys do. And don't let any woman tell you there's anything wrong with that. Okay? No.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the guy looking at a broad. He's not touching her. Now, there is something wrong if a guy goes like,
yeah.
Yeah.
With the googly eyes and the mouth and this, you got the slob coming out the mouth.
Listen, if you're completely staring at a broad and making her feel uncomfortable, I think there's something wrong with that. Yeah. At the same time, that doesn't really happen in Saudi Arabia. That doesn't happen in Iraq. That doesn't happen in Middle Eastern countries. That happens in the West.
And why is that, Gary? Because
these girls just don't like wearing clothes.
Yeah.
So imagine you're a freaking bear and you're right here and you're hungry and you have this piece of meat right here and you're told, look, but don't touch.
Yeah, it's not just any old piece of meat. It has honey around it too. Let's paint that picture. And hey, don't eat it, don't touch it.
No. As a matter of fact, if you look at it the wrong way, toxic masculinity. So you have this badass bitch with nothing on.
Yeah.
Bikini, maybe a fucking thong.
I see that shit.
You know,
yeah, I see that
very,
shit.
very, very thin cup. Like they're just cupping up the nipples.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, the girl looked good.
Yeah.
The girl looked good.
You can't.
But if you stare at her for about 5 seconds, sexual harassment. Bitch, are you out your fucking mind?
And even a lot of these new TikTok skits where the girls go to the gym wearing basically nothing, not leaving much to the imagination. Oh, you were looking at me. I was, he was like staring at me. Trying to make guys as every guy is a predator. It's a bunch of bullshit.
See, this is what happens when you get women involved in things. I don't, maybe if a whole bunch of guys are at a gym, maybe sometimes there's going to be a fight. Okay, boys will be boys.
Yeah.
People are going to fight sometimes.
Yep.
But I don't think there's any ever guys saying sexual harassment. You're staring at me. That's the BS that comes in with the females.
Yeah.
They come in because there's no accountability with these broads. There's absolutely zero accountability. They'll come in, wear something skimpy, and then what will happen is if a guy looks at them too long, they're the fucking predator.
Yeah, and it's like a select. They pick and choose who is the one that's the creep. Like, for example, if it was Brad Pitt or George Clooney or Idris Elba, oh no, it's okay
not.
then.
They're Democrats.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That too.
You know how some people got that N pass?
Yeah.
The Democrats got that criminal pass. We can commit crimes.
Yeah. Anybody else? Oh no! If he's a fat slobber or somebody they're not attracted to. Oh, he's harassing me.
That's what I was going to say.
He's chasing me. He's stalking me. So again, I guess they have to pick and choose when it comes to that. But
I was about to say, I don't think I've ever been accused of sexual harassment in my life.
Neither have I.
I guess I am one though. If looking at a girl for 5 seconds is criteria, I guess
Lock them up.
You lock
Lock
me up.
them up.
Lock
you
me
freaking
up.
criminal.
Lock him up. Lock
You
him all up.
freaking criminal.
Is that what Trump said? Lock him up. Lock him all up.
He might fuck around and find out himself pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's a for-life path, and his name begins with D. He needs to stay in place. He said, I use the laws that were in place. Well, you better stay within those laws, because once he steps up too far, Barry's going to get him. You guys, if you guys in conspiracy circles, you know who Barry is. So, I don't have to go into that.
Mr. Santoro.
Yeah.
Man.
I as much stuff as we can talk about Barack Obama, Fast and the Furious, Solyndra, this is the smoothest criminal in world history. He is honestly the smoothest criminal in world history. The way he funnels money, the way he stayed in D.C. after he left office to run a shadow government, the way he's running the White House right now, sending Susan Rice, because Obama is just like Putin. No telephone messages, no emails, hand-to-hand, voice. You're never going to catch him.
That's smart.
You're never going to have that smoking gun with Barack Obama. Susan Rice goes to the White House, tells the drones what to do. No one even consults Joe Biden. Joe Biden tried to fire Janet Yellen. Janet Yellen is his Treasury Secretary. Mm-hmm. She was Barack Obama's Federal Reserve Chairman. So in 2013, I believe, I could be wrong by the year, by 1 or 2 years, President Obama met with Janet Yellen. She was the Federal Reserve chief. He was the president. They never had meetings like that before. The Fed chief and the president didn't meet. That was unprecedented when it happened. Janet Yellen was Barack Obama's person.
Really?
Janet Yellen was forced on Joe Biden. He didn't want her. Obama got his way. The Bidens wanted to fire Janet Yellen to blame her for the economy. Obama made some phone calls. Ain't happening. Because the chief of staff works for Obama. Everyone around Biden is loyal to Obama. Obama's the one who put him. That Attorney General, Merrick Garland, listen to this astrology. The last person Barack Obama appointed to the Supreme Court was Merrick Garland. And Mitch McConnell held him up in the Senate for about a year. Donald Trump came to power, took his nomination off, and started nominating his own people. Interesting part about that is Merrick Garland's a dragon, and who stepped on his toes? Donald Trump, the dog. Flash forward 2020. Merrick Garland is named Attorney General of the United States. You already know what's going to go on. So the guy who cost Merrick Garland the position he covered it all his life, a Supreme Court justice, it's never going to happen now. So now he gets appointed Attorney General. Now he gets to go after the same person who fucked up his life's goal, his life's mission. Not only that, Merrick Garland is Barack Obama's boy. Keep telling people about this. Obama's a smooth criminal. I feel like going with like Michael Jackson right now. I want to, because the stuff this guy's pulling off, it's never been pulled off before. No person obviously the Rothschilds run the show, but no person under the Rothschilds ever amassed so much power. He controls the White House through Biden. He controls the deep state. He controls the FBI. He controls the DNC. He controls the media.
That's a lot of power right there.
It's incredible.
And
One person. It's never happened, at least in modern American history, that one person had that much power.
And it would be an ox too.
You know,
your people.
Yeah, of course, it would be.
Yeah. He's ruthless, Doug.
He's living an ox's dream.
Jesse Jackson, the Honorable. Can you do that voice?
The Honorable. I think I can a little bit. Got to work on it. It needs a little work. It needs a little bit of work.
So Jesse Jackson was the first black man to ever run for president. I believe it was 1984. Jesse Jackson was the so-called voice of Black America. I'm not sure who made him that voice. Probably the Democratic Party and their plantation owners. But when it comes down to Jesse Jackson, he was a big shot in Chicago. He was such a big shot that he even got his son elected to Congress, Jesse Jackson Jr. And all of a sudden, this guy started coming up in 2008. People knew who he was from 2004. He had a very, very charismatic guy. His name was Barack Obama. In 2004, he gave the closing argument for the DNC when John Kerry lost the election. Killed it. Absolutely killed it. Clinton, Hillary Clinton married Bill Clinton to become president. She married basically a sexual deviant because she's a lesbian herself, by the way. That's why her assistant. Woo!
That's a tough job.
Her assistant name is, oh my God, I forgot. But she's a very, very attractive woman. She used to be married to Congressman Joe Weiner, the guy who exposed himself. Uma what?
Dean?
Whatever. Uma something.
Yeah.
Uma's bad. And I mean, what else would a lesbian pick? So Hillary Clinton thinks she's going to be president. It's been promised to her. All of a sudden, this black man starts coming up. What the hell is going on? All of a sudden,
who's this?
Her own people who are in Clinton's cabinet start defecting to Obama. She's completely shocked. She didn't expect this. She expected to be president. She was promised the presidency by the Rockefellers. Because the Clinton is the illegitimate child of the Rockefellers. She bought into the family. She married a man she fucking does not love. just so she could fucking use him for clout and rise up. And it didn't work out because right now it's being taken from her. The Democratic nomination is being taken from her. Finally, after 2 months, she realizes it's game over. She has to surrender. She makes a deal. The deal was she will control the DNC. Barack gets everything else. The White House, he gets everything. Very key to understand this. At least Hillary Clinton had the DNC. And what that meant is in 2016, after 2 terms of Obama, Clinton can be pushed. Obama promised to endorse her. We got a deal. Barack has first term, whoops Romney's ass in the election second term. Now it's the third term. He's got to go. Hillary Clinton's going to run.
And then what happens, Gary?
Hillary Clinton's going to win. Everything's promised. All of a sudden, there's an email leak investigation. They're blaming it on Russia. Yet, was it really Russia? Or was it Barack Obama making sure he was going to take out his political opponent? Remember, if Clinton wins the election, Barack Obama gets pushed out of the leadership of the Democratic Party. That's it. She controls everything. Oh boy, Barry ain't going to let that happen. 3 days. Well, actually, let me go back. August 2015, 17 Republicans running for the nomination. 17. Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, Jeb Bush. These are big names in political circles. These are big names. They're running in circles, and Barack Obama only mentions one candidate's name. This one. Who was that?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. So what happens as a result?
His biggest haters,
Do what?
they say, "Oh, hey, he hates this Donald Trump guy. I like him."
There you go.
That's the prop.
It's called propping somebody up. You have 17 people here running. One person can win. Don't mention anything about the other people, even though they're bigger names. You go right after the guy who's not winning in 4th, 5th place. You start mentioning his name. The people who hate you, oh, who's this? The same reason, if someone has a very, very small Twitter account, I don't attack them. Because sometimes if you attack somebody, all of a sudden your haters go right to him. You're actually building that person's account. That's why I'm very careful who I talk to. They either have no followers or they have a bunch of followers. I'm not doing that in between so people can use my system and all of a sudden trying to cash out.
No free attention, no free clout 2023 at all.
And in the big picture, if you understand how this world works, all this will make sense. Does it make sense, Kat?
It makes sense to me. Makes perfect sense.
Makes sense.
Barack Hussein Obama had James Comey, the FBI director he appointed, who is never a career FBI guy. He's just a fucking lawyer. James Comey decides 3 days before the election he's going to reopen the Clinton email investigation. The same email investigation Barack Obama was leaking against the Clintons, telling people it was Russia. And then he had the media. Smooth criminal.
It's unbelievable.
Smooth criminal.
when you first laid it out, it took a little bit to process, 'cause it's hard to believe one person can achieve all that.
He did it.
Well, like you said, common sense. If you really put your thinking cap on, it makes perfect sense.
It really does. And Barack Obama basically cost Clinton the election. Then he pushed her out the DNC because of the email leaks. He cleaned house. So now he owns the DNC. Mr. Obama owns everything. Deep state, FBI, media. This isn't Twitter, is it?
Nope.
Oh, so I can talk about Musk.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
Hopefully,
this isn't Twitter. I can talk about
this.
Musk.
This isn't Twitter. This is the GG33 war
Ah.
room. Yeah.
You mean Elon Musk isn't the savior of the world? He's
Oh
not
no,
perfect?
no!
Wait, I thought he was the free speech savior. The free speech savior.
If you look at Musk's tweets, there's only one person he consistently praises over and over and over. Want to take a wild guess who that is?
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama. Musk keeps praising Barack Obama. You know what's interesting? Before Tesla was Tesla, it needed government handouts. Tesla got $500 million from the government. Want to guess who was president?
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama!
It's just a coincidence.
Just a coincidence. All coincidence. All this shit's a coincidence.
Conspiracy.
It's all a coincidence.
It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
And if you believe it's all a coincidence, you're a sheep. Go get boosted. Go get vaxxed.
Hey, COVID's coming. Thanks for taking your vax, keeping us safe. Appreciate it.
Take one for the team. Don't be a super spreader. Listen. At the end of the day, a lion never gets dictated terms by a sheep. Ever. And Barack Obama is laying the terms. He runs this whole shop. Michelle Obama, or Big Mike, 2024. That's coming. And I gotta be honest, fellas. America needs some help. I'm not sure this place is gonna be around in like 25 years. I'm really not. Around 2049, the CCP has their annual 100-year Communist Party meeting. I'm not sure if the U.S. is even around.
25, that's a short period of time. I mean, I'll be here before you know it, the way time flies.
1985, Perestroika hit the Soviet Union. 1991, the whole goddamn country collapsed. 6 years, brother. 6 years. That's all it took. That's all it ever takes. Anyways, this has been a nice experience. Kat.
Thanks for having me on.
This has been a GG33 production.